Hi. Give me a second to find the feed. I just did a video. I'll tell you guys about it when I get a few people on here finding my channel. I did just go live. I'm going to talk about it for a second too so you guys catch it. I put a link. You guys had to be in the group to see the videos. I know a lot of people share my group videos, but it's a private space so people can't see it when they're sharing it. But I did just put the link on this page for the live I just did. It was pretty amazing. Give me a second to share this feed out. If you're just getting on here, I give an activation away off of every video to try to help get people to help me share it out. I find the person the next day or the next day or two anyways, so a lot of people do not catch me live. I'm on a weird time zone now. Still share this out for a chance to participate. I'm going to try to get this video out. I'm Facebook banned, and you can really tell. My group admins are telling me that they're not getting notified when I'm going live, and I can tell that a lot of people are not getting notified. Like back in the day, you used to get a notification that this channel is going live or whatever, and I can tell people are not getting notified. So make sure you share this feed out. I was having live feed issues last week too, where my feeds were like crashing out really bad. So drop your name if you're going to want a card. I'm going to be doing Ascension cards today. I'm just sharing this feed out. I want to talk, I put a post up about the Schumann resonance. I'm going to talk a little bit about what is happening on this planet energetically as soon as I get started in one sec. Alright, so I was just saying, I just went live. I go live in other areas on Facebook. This is probably my least favorite area to go live in lately. So I go live in my Sparks of Divine Light Healing groups. I just did a live in my one group with a guest. It was pretty amazing. We were talking about all sorts of fun stuff like consciousness, the frequencies, Egypt, Masonic stuff. Just such a fascinating conversation I just had. I loved it. So make sure you guys catch that live I just did. I had to get off here because I had to do my real live, but make sure if you guys did not tune in that you catch it. It was really a fascinating conversation. I'm working on a bunch of feed collaborations because it really breaks up my feeds, and I love other people's perspectives because I know we're experiencing the same events here, but, you know, all of our realities are much different depending on our perspective of what's going on. So I love to talk to other light workers, other people, you know, doing this spiritual ascension so I can kind of get their perspective on things. So I really love doing that feed. Like I said, I put the link below on this page. It's the last post other than this video. Make sure you guys check it out if you're not already in my Sparks of Divine Light Healing groups. I really use those as places to vibe in class spaces. I've been putting the link below in every video, but I'm usually never talking about my other groups, so I thought I would start putting it out on feed because maybe a lot of people haven't even heard of them. Our main group that I do on here is called Galactic Empath Healers, and it's a pretty good sized group. I'm really into it. If you guys are looking for spiritual communities and you're not in it, maybe join it. The Schumann resonance. We see posts all over Facebook. I did go online and I was doing a little bit of digging around because I get my own downloads and information, and I always try to relate it with what's going on in reality. So I go online and I start to Google some stuff and do a little scientific research. And I realize people really have no idea what they're talking about with a lot of these articles on the Schumann resonance. They all seem pretty generic and coming from the same place. So, I would love to live in a reality where we can merge science and spirituality. It was something we were talking about on our last feed. I'm very into scientific things. I want to be measuring the frequencies. So, when you're seeing these posts go around about the Schumann resonance, you need to keep in mind that they're measuring the Earth's electromagnetic field. Just like we have an aura, the Earth has one too. We're made of electromagnetic energy. Everything is in this, place. So it's important to understand that they're measuring it at the lowest frequency point too when they're getting those readings. So everyone sees those charts and they're like, the frequencies are going through the roof. Well, they're not really a good gauge because we know that they're measuring the actual lowest spectrum point and things like that. The Earth's frequencies are rising. You can see crazy things are happening with the Earth's frequency. That's a really good gauge of it. basically what is happening is there is this awakening underway. And the people that are awakened are working on getting rid of the things not serving them, making their lives better, getting healthier, detoxing, shifting their own vibrational frequencies. And as we're doing that, the light workers are shifting this entire planet into the higher frequencies, into higher dimensions. So we're going through the same process the Earth is going through with this ascension, but we really came to shift this planet on every level. So as our frequencies are rising, so is the Earth's alongside us. We know that we were talking on my last video I just did with my guest about 2012 and these dates and what they mean. And you guys should check out that video if you want to know more about this kind of topic. We're really getting into it. But that's an important date. I believe that's when humanity began to awaken. Most people I know awakened after that point. And it's when the frequencies started rising, pushing us into an awake state of consciousness. We know the Schumann resonance has huge effects on consciousness. It's also the base or the seat of all consciousness too. So as the frequencies are rising, it is affecting our brain waves and our nervous system. So basically our entire brain is being rewired along with our nervous system. It's changing how we're perceiving and viewing reality. And your perception is really going to affect everything about your reality. If you think that you're broke and in lack and limited and you're putting up with power dramas, control dramas, that will be your reality. Once we can unlimit our perception about how we're seeing things from that kind of 3D perspective, it really unlimits our entire reality. So it's affecting our brain waves. It is awakening humanity. You wouldn't believe the people that are watching my videos and coming to find me and saying, I just woke up. It is really awakening humanity. I was talking about this a couple months ago, about how this is going to wake up the next wave of humanity. And those people are coming to find me now. It's working. And so this is affecting our brain state and it's putting us in a more lucid state. People are seeing signs of these frequencies rising. It could be affecting your sleep state. I know that I was waking up more throughout the night, the past 2 nights when there were weird things happen with the frequencies. I was waking up. I was having more crazy dream experiences. So, you know, as these frequencies are rising, it's bringing anything to the surface that is not serving us and being purged out on every level. We're noticing that we're becoming more lucid in our dreams too, where you guys are bringing back more dream recollection. You're becoming more lucid in that sleeping state. And the same thing is happening here. Unfortunately, anything that science knows about the subconscious usually comes from places like psychiatry, Carl Jung, people like that. They really don't have a good understanding of it. But that's where we find the oneness, that we share this one subconscious. So as we're consciously reprogramming our own individual subconscious, it's affecting the entire collective. We can't have one person changing their reality and have it not influencing everyone else. So the work that the awakened people are doing and raising their frequency and vibrating higher, and all of this work is paying off. You're seeing it reflected in consciousness. Now, a lot of people are turning on the news. I know. Turning on the news and thinking that the world is looking worse all of the time. We see a lot of protests, riots, things like that. You need to understand, as we're purging out this subconscious programming, everything is coming to the surface. It's just that now, as humanity is going through these cycles of purge, everything's being released and brought out into the open like no other time before. The frequencies are going up. So just like as we're going up in frequency, there are things not serving us that are no longer in vibrational alignment with us that we need to kind of shake off and get out of our life. That same process that Earth is going through. So we see a lot of fires. I see a lot of fires in Australia now too, globally. We're seeing, timelines burning down, being purged out. So a lot of people are really hung up on the destruction happening around here, not understanding that as that is happening, new pathways are being created. So it's really affecting our brain state. I was talking on my last video about how we were a society that for an entire cycle was not using the frontal lobe of our brain. We were stuck in very primal needs like sex and survival and things like that. A lot of people look back at these past places as though they must have been so amazing. There was a lot of collective fear and basic needs. Humanity really did fall. And for the first time, we're just getting back to a level of consciousness where we can go ahead and do this ascension that we're trying now. So we're mainly using the front areas of our brain. as the Schumann resonance is rising, it's really affecting our frequencies and our brain waves, putting us more into a gamma state and our state of awakening. We see with these heightened awakened states that people are realizing that we're pretty much within a dream, that we can control our reality, that through manipulating and raising our vibrational frequency, we can change the things that we're attracting to us and drawing to us on every level. We see heightened creativity in these brainwave states. As the Schumann resonance is rising, it's making you more creative in every regard, and whatever level. We're going to see more heightened sensitivity, psychic perception coming out and more. When we were at low frequencies, it shut down humanity in every aspect spiritually. It shuts people off from their multidimensional selves. It literally just shuts you off in every regard, shuts down your spiritual gifts and your abilities. So as these frequencies are rising back up, this is amazing for the starseeds, the people that are awake. We never do good in low frequencies, right? It's like sensory overload. We're taking on all that lower spiritual kind of stuff. It's never good for us. So as these frequencies are going up, it's like we're kind of for the first time in a very long time, coming back into ourselves, our abilities, the gifts that we brought with us. So as these frequencies are going up, and they're going to continue to go up, this could not happen overnight. Like a lot of people are talking about this, like something would happen in 2012. It's been happening the entire time. We cannot shift our frequency overnight. It would pretty much energy overload us and kill us. So this is a gradual process of raising our frequency. That's why the people that are not doing any inner work are going to be in big trouble, because you can't raise your vibrational frequency overnight. So we see there's a lot of energetic dynamics at play. You guys should be feeling recharged now. That this energy should be making you feel better, like you're actually, assimilating more energy, holding more energy. It's really a good recharge for humanity this week, too. I always say you guys should rest before the next energy cycle so that your body's kind of integrating all of these changes. It's affecting everything about your programming. We know that the subconscious is where our entire reality is projected from. So if we have frequencies rising and affecting our subconscious programming, it's really going to have huge effects on our reality, too. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything else. My video cut off yesterday, like real bad. I was so disappointed. Probably the last times I did feeds, so I'm trying to fit in anything real important right here. You guys know I'm Facebook banned, but I'm still on here doing videos, and you guys can just business page message me if you need me. I need video topic ideas. If any of you guys do videos and want a live feed in my Sparks of Divine Light Healing group, let me know too. I'm always looking for fun collaborations just to break up my mission and what I'm doing. My link is above. If you guys have not been Reiki attuned, maybe check out my Reiki classes. If you have been, awesome. Maybe check out some other classes. With any of my classes, I send you guys the material, like AKA handbooks, videos, and then I attune you guys. So my link is above if you guys need a reading or anything. Make sure that you guys do join my group areas and check out the feed I just did. It was so epic. I'm going to have him on my actual, like, main feed. I just wanted to do a little practice. I had Jim on there. It was fascinating, like the most amazing conversation. I can talk consciousness all day long with anyone, so it was amazing. Check out that last feed I did too. All right, we were integrating new energies. Yes, the earth is going through transformations, and so are we. As above, so below. You can tell that anything happening with the Schumann resonance is happening within our own bodies too, and really affecting us. We know that the earth is going through some serious heart chakra purging right now. You can really tell in the UK. And as that's happening, it's really purging out humanity's heart chakra. We know that there's a huge correlation between the Schumann resonance and the heart chakra and the frequencies. We know that our vibration is always affecting the continuum, and the continuum is always affecting our body in every regard. So we are transforming. Anything not serving you should be becoming really apparent right now. I was talking about how we have a lot of crazy things going on with our solar system too. As in, we've had a lot of retrogrades, eclipses, all sorts of crazy energetic occurrences, an increase in solar flares, and just everything happening on a collective level. Liz Martinez, good morning. Make sure you guys share this feed out if you're just logging on. I'm too cool for Facebook. I guess I'm Facebook censored now. They don't love and light around here all the time, I see, right? It's really strange to me. We live in a strange reality where things are backwards. So I'm Facebook censored. Share this out. Liz. Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? I always say that our realities are our prison cells. In every regard, they're constructs we have created on whatever level. Some people love their reality they've created, some people not so much. We need to really step outside that box and outside of our comfort zone. I'm a Taurus, so I love routine, right? I like everything consistent, routine. I'm not into change. I don't like sudden changes and things like that. So I've been really working at stepping outside of my comfort zone lately, and I found that to be very liberating. We have the most amazing energy for manifesting. That's why I'm seriously like on my work game today. All week. I was like, I'm going to work a lot this week because we have a really good energy for manifesting through the end of November. So we really need to be using it. That 11/11 gateway that people talk about, it did not close until after the new year. We can be using this to shift into better realities, better timelines, creating bigger things. We need to be very careful with our thoughts right now. If you're having low frequency thoughts, they can actually make you sick. Right? It can actually make your body sick. It can create situations you don't like. We're moving out of a state of fear. Everyone like talks about ancient places like they must have been so amazing. I see a lot of fear, a lot of darkness, a lot of, fear of the outside world and what's out there and kind of basic survival stuff going on. So we're stepping outside of that fear and kind of realizing who we are and what our place is here. Where would you go if you could go anywhere to visit? Your soul should be kind of pulling you guys to travel, to get out, to explore more, to get outside that prison planet reality and to kind of dream bigger right now. Do you think that when you're lucid dreaming, in the dream state, that you are going to ask yourself if you have money to do something? It's like the biggest question. When you are lucid dreaming, asleep, in the dream state, do you think that you need money to go do anything in the dream world? Probably not, right? You don't. You can just dream up a castle. You can go think of your friend and go play with them. If you want food, you can just manifest it. So this place is no different than the dream slate. They have us completely limited with money, just thinking we're never going anywhere. We don't have money to do this and things like that. So we had to really step past that limitation money has created for us with this Mercury retrograde. We have Mercury retrograde going into Scorpio, and we also have Venus going into Scorpio, and there's a huge emphasis on money right now, our relationship with it, how it's limiting us, our manifesting, and kind of repairing that. Think bigger. Brittany Kerner, good morning. Share your voice. Yes, please. Come out of the cave, persecution and oppression. I don't think people realize that it isn't that we're empaths and that we don't like to talk to people. It's more that we were persecuted and even killed in many past experiences for voicing our opinions and spiritual beliefs that went against the grain. We know that could have been seen as dangerous in a lot of these past places with like so much fear I was telling you about and things like that. We need to learn how to speak. It can be scary, right? I always say that. I'm always like the worst example. You could get on feed and you can have like troll problems like some of our admins. You could have people, you're more in the spotlight. People are going to see you more. So people have this fear of speaking. Even if it's to their family, they think they'll be judged. People won't be into it. Whatever it is, we need to find our voice again. That is going to be the gateway to the fifth dimension, our voice. Being in alignment with our higher selves in every regard, more speaking out. The world is awakening. You will find that people are shifting towards the spiritual. So previously I could see people weren't really into this stuff, but the world is suddenly getting very interested in the spiritual. Ben Beeler, awesome to see you. I've been sending you love and good messages. I always do this. All right, Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. It's what we have to do. We came here to raise up consciousness. I don't care what you're doing, where you're at. Congratulations, you're a light worker. Our only job is to uplift consciousness. Well, how do you do that? Just simply by vibrating as high as you possibly can every single day. It's uplifting the grid, shifting this planet into the higher frequencies simply through our vibration. Vibrate higher. It's all we can ever try to do. Renee Ruse, good morning. Take a break A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. We're always, if you're doing the American dream or any version of it, they will keep you working towards maybe one day you'll retire. Maybe one day you'll have paid off your stuff and done this. And they're always trying to get you to look forward to some date and time that may or may not come that will be better. We need to be in the now. We need to enjoy where we're at. And when we're not in the moment, we're really not in the flow. So we need to be more in the now, enjoying where we're at. Everyone thinks they might be happy later. Nope, not if you don't create that happiness now. So work on being more content with the now. Marsha Kelly, good morning. I woke up late. My husband did not go to work, so I didn't get an alarm clock. And I woke up really late, and I said my entire day was colliding into itself because I had so much stuff to do. Like, I just did a feed with a guest, and, like, I had readings, and it was like my whole day just train wreck collided into itself because I woke up late. Good morning. It's actually an amazing day. Amazing things are happening with the frequencies. If you guys are laying around, you might feel like crap in this energy. Try to move around more, even if it's doing errands, flowing. Once you move around more, you'll feel lighter and lighter. Marsha. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. And it's everything that our soul is about, this deeper liberation. Marge Carvalho Ross. Warrior. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? There's so much collective fear. A lot of the times it's that this won't work out. This might go wrong. This might go bad. And we tend to create those things when we're thinking about it. We need to make sure that we're not feeding our subconscious mind negative thoughts with our conscious mind, because your subconscious is programming your whole reality. So if you have a lot of negative thinking patterns, you'll draw that kind of stuff to you. More positive reprogramming. Marianne Loney, good morning. Lumeria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. It really is happening. This ascension is happening for the first time in a long time. People are really not able to ignore it anymore, that maybe there's something happening with the planet in whatever regard. I always say that's the biggest thing being held from humanity, this ascension too. That the fact that they're not putting out any information about it on mainstream news and in other kind of media outlets and things like that. This ascension is underway. Jamie Nicoli, good morning. Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Yes, we're all students. I get that. But we're going to have to learn how to teach, too, in whatever regard. And you don't have to go learn a bunch of stuff online, right? People are like, if they feel like they have a lot to learn. You had your own experiences here that we're supposed to bring back the knowledge that you have in whatever regard. So they always say that you have everything within you that you need. And you really do on energetic levels. So everyone's got to learn how to speak and teach and heal in whatever regard on their light worker missions. More speaking. It's like the message of the week with that Gemini moon. More speaking. Erin Elizabeth. Akashic. Your guidance is divinely guided. I always try to look at everyone as a channel for the universe. And so, sometimes people have no idea what I'm going through and they give me like the most amazing advice. Or you just know what to say to someone. So we're constantly downloading, knowing what to say, receiving energy. Beverly Bendar, good morning. I know it's feeling crazy energetically. I'm feeling good. I'm riding the wave. And so everyone's like looking at this human resonance and they're like, the energy is not moving. I'm going to tell you otherwise. That, we did just have this retrograde, so it creates an optical illusion when we have planets, perceived to be moving backwards and then they suddenly start moving forwards. It creates a weird energetic dynamic. This energy is flowing on all new levels and we should be using it to create and manifest. So I really had to get on here. Beverly, the crumbling, what are you clinging to? I constantly feel like my world is falling in because we're really shedding layer upon layer of ourselves, and it's really apparent in our reality. Let go of the things that you have created that are not working out. I always say go back. Don't be afraid to go back to the drawing board with your life, your love life especially. If you think you can manifest better, please try to. Everyone gets hung up on like relationships not serving them, not understanding that they could probably create something better. Brittany Duncan, good morning. I'm on this crazy energy. I worked a lot yesterday. I'm going to be working a lot today. I'm almost done with my day. I'm real excited about that. It's pretty early. Brittany, the initiation, rite of passage. You're going somewhere sacred. And you know, and as we're elevating, we're coming back to source, coming back to oneness. And there's nothing more sacred than this journey. We had to go through these experiences so that we could understand this separateness, pain, and the lessons that humanity are working on. So I know that a lot of starseeds had really hard paths, but, you know, it was to get us where we need to be on our mission so that we could understand, so that when people come to Brittany and they're having issues or having, you know, issues with their life, she's been there. She's done that. She's already conquered this stuff, and that's pretty amazing. Amanda Oldham, amazing. I'm catching everyone today. I'm really late. I woke up late. It's awesome, though. Amanda, Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers of the Subtle Realms. We have so much assistance in the unseen. We need to start to ask our angels and the assistance that we have for more help, too. I always say we have to ask for help. Make sure you're asking your angels for more help. Jessica Rose. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. I'm all about bringing our consciousness group back to oneness. It's a big part of my mission where I'm always putting out vibrational frequencies. And guess what? The universe is sending me people for my mission and with what I'm doing, and the right people too. So that's probably the most amazing thing that I've accomplished so far doing this mission, that I've met all the right people, that I have amazing people around me. It's just kind of mind-blowing to me a lot of the time. Put out the vibrations for your soul family, your consciousness group to find you. I had someone in my Reiki group, and they were like yesterday talking about how they are not fitting in with their family and how they're pretty much doing family stuff without them. And it can feel lonely as a starseed, right? But you guys need to understand you have your own family, this consciousness group that you incarnate into this place with every single time. Put out the vibes for them. Brian Feliciano, good morning. Good. I'm sending you crazy love. I have a ton of other groups too. This is what I do with my free time. I build movements. If you guys go on this page, there should be a group link section, and I put all my favorite groups that I run on there. So make sure you guys check out the groups we do too. It's like, you know, my soul family is going to be your soul family if you're from my consciousness group. So I'm always just trying to bring people to unity. I always tell people if they're looking for their soulmates, their soul group, or they're feeling lonely at that place in their journey, go hang out, go vibe with your soul group. You'll find them around me. Brian, Mintaken, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So I feel like, you know what, we're not going to fit in the 3D planet. We're not on the right frequencies. And you need to understand that people can only perceive, you know, where they're at vision-wise by the vibrational frequency they're on. So a lot of people are not ready to perceive the stuff that we're into, where they're at. You know what, we're on the same frequencies. I don't even, Facebook is never notifying you guys I'm going live. And you're finding me because we're on the same frequencies. So, you know, you're going to find your soulmates, right? Your other halves, your consciousness group on certain frequencies. DM, good. I'm going to start stalking you in like 2 days. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. And I say that we were ready at the beginning of this cycle for this. And we just had a whole lot more experience added onto this. It feels like I did like 20 lives in this life. Like, no joking. And I know you guys are all at that place too. We are ready for this. We are vibrationally ready. Annette Wilson, good morning. Leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. The hard part about creating is that you have to let go of the old to welcome something new into that space. So a lot of people hate their relationships, their jobs, and things about their lives, and they hang on to those things, not understanding that if you let go of that stuff, the universe will fill that space. Something new will vibrate in. Make sure you guys are letting go of the old to draw new experiences to you. Have faith in the universe. There's something much bigger than us that has this under control. So we can kind of let go of that need to control everything around here and learn how to just kind of go with the flow. But more letting go of the things not working out. It's going to be like a theme around here. Let's see. Albatross Henry she just got out of Facebook prison too, I saw. Congratulations. I'll be out in like 2 weeks. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? If you want to fit in the third dimension, you're going to need to be at a low frequency, right? Don't dim your light. You're supposed to be vibrating much higher than most of humanity. Embrace it. Shine brighter. Marguerite Donovan. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. Well, I'm trying to focus on the things I'm manifesting, and one of the things that I can't wait, already manifested, just waiting for it to arrive, would be Stonehenge. I'm going to go in the spring equinox and the summer equinox. I already went there. I loved it. It was the craziest energy. I can tell you, as someone who's been to several sacred sites around the world, that when you go to these sites, it has this energetic impact on you that it's going to permanently change your energy and affect your state of consciousness too. So that's one way that you can really expand your perception and your reality, is getting out into nature, getting out into these ley line areas. I'm really excited about it. We're gonna be bringing over people to hang out there. We're gonna go have a little fairy party there. So I'm really excited because it was raining when I went there. I couldn't do like an actual live. I want a live feed there, and it was so wet I couldn't. So I'm really excited to go back. You guys should consider coming and hanging out and meeting some of your soul tribe and going to Stonehenge with us too. Things to think about. Things I'm very excited about. Haley Donna Reed, sending you crazy love. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? We ended up here from a soul calling for assistance, that we thought that we could just come here with nothing but our energy. We knew the conditions. We knew what it was, that we thought that we could just bring our abilities and our energy here and it would make the world a better place in some way. Now that you're here and you've completed, your third dimensional experience and you're stepping into the new, what is your soul pulling you to do? You guys have to really listen to that intuitive feeling that you have. And I told my friends, I'm always saying this, that you can't make logic of that intuitive feeling to do something that is guiding you along. Like, we can try, but if you were using logic, my entire journey wouldn't have made sense. How I was guided to go first to California and then to the United Kingdom. That was purely intuition and knowing, right? This internal compass leading me. And if you try to make logical sense of it, I still have people saying she must be crazy that she left and ran over there. But you know what? I've never been more tuned in, and I've never been more on my path and where I should be. So we really had to follow that internal compass that is leading us. Our experience is not meant for other people to understand. Some people might not understand my journey and what I'm doing here, voyaging through consciousness. But I have this amazing internal compass that is leading me not only with my mission, but on this journey. So really tune in and listen to that intuition. It's never wrong. The only time that we ever had a problem was when we didn't listen to it. Catherine Needham. Mirror. What is triggering you? I hate triggers, right? Triggers. You'll keep getting the same ones until you heal them. Yep. It could seem like some people are drawing the narcissist on a loop over and over, right? You get the same lesson until you pass it. I have to tell my husband, he doesn't get it, that a lot of our lessons and tests, because this is an earth school, that we get is through how we react to things. It could be the mainstream media showing us things that make people angry, right? People get angry. We're being engaged on how we respond to the events going on around us a lot of the time. So if you're getting triggered, that's a tough lesson, right? You'll keep getting those same triggers until you heal them in whatever regard. Pay attention to the triggers. I trigger tons of people apparently, but I'm a teacher too. So remember, those triggers are teachers in whatever regard. They're to show you unhealed aspects of yourself, things you need to work on. People think the triggers are the other person, right? This person's triggering me. Get them away from me. But we need to go within. We need to look at what this programming is trying to show us too. If you're getting triggered, that's your ego. Sorry, your soul wouldn't be getting triggered. That's pure source love. So if we're getting triggered too, right? That's our ego. Think about it. Someone gets real mad. It's almost like they go on this ego rant, right? Like the ego takes over. So pay attention to, because that could be things that are surfacing within your ego that need reprogramming if you guys are getting triggered. Allie in Wonderland. Perfect card too. Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? I say that, you know what, when you guys have kids, you're healing, the connection you have with your own parents. That when you have kids, you guys know what I'm talking about. For those that are conscious parenting, it really heals many aspects within you. It's probably the highest thing that you can do spiritually would be love or conscious parenting too. It's amazing. It just is so amazing karmically. Shout out to all the awake parents that are trying to do this ascension parenting. Michelle Whitfield. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. What if we could just understand how powerful our thoughts were and how any negative thought is going to go into this continuum and it is going to shape not only your reality, it could affect my reality over here. And if we could get rid of this fear, because if we have negative thinking, it's usually fear-based. This might not work out. This is going to go wrong, right? These are fears. If we could really get rid of that and positively program ourselves, can you imagine the reality that we would live in, absence of fear and all of this stuff? If you turn on the mainstream media, it's always fear, division, fear, separateness, right? If we could kind of transcend that, well, we're going to do that by changing our own thinking patterns, becoming more positive. It will affect the entire collective. We share one subconscious. Whatever you're thinking about all day is programming that one subconscious we all share. So if you have a lot of negative thoughts, it's affecting my mind over here and the things that I'm thinking about. So if we could just remain positive, we could really change that subconscious programming, changing our entire reality. Jim Kincaid, I had the most awesome video live with you, and it was like so fascinating to talk with you. I definitely want to do it again, just on anything. Loved it. Guess what? Play. We need to stop working so hard. We need to unplug. We need to learn how to remember to view the world like a child would. We need to have fun. We need to have judgment-free experiences. We need to be running around, moving our energy, do more fun things. It's like a reoccurring message over here. We forgot how to have fun. And believe it or not, we're here to manifest and experience fun things, blissful experiences, more fun in your life. I'm the most serious person ever. I never have fun, right? More fun. Oh my God, thank you for the shares. Yes, please share this out. It doesn't work when I can't share it. It's crazy. Lynn Anderson, good morning. I'm reading about your home measure. Yes, crazy things are happening with the frequencies. When you talk to me, everything is energy and frequency. I kind of drive my husband crazy because if you're talking to me about everything, it's how I understand anything around here. So I'm all about that. Crazy things are happening energetically and frequency rise. I'm real tuned in. I can feel these things in my body too when there's crazy, energy storms happening, things like that. I kind of have a deep feeling of this stuff. Lynn, transformation. Things are changing on a cellular level. Deep healing. Amanda Oldham is pregnant. I love it. Like I said, that's one of the highest paths that you can do is raising a child. I think it's amazing, actually. We need more starseeds around here. We need more space kids. So that's amazing. Trust your path. It's going to be amazing. That kid will teach you and guide you. We always think that, because you guys are the parents, that we're supposed to be teaching these kids and guiding them. But look at the difference in consciousness between yourself and your own parents a lot of the time, that these kids are coming from higher and higher levels of consciousness, and they're sent to teach and help guide us with this ascension. I love it. Patty Ann, good morning. After I get off and catch up with my stuff, I'm coming to message you too. I saw you. Patty, fill up your well. Retreat, rest, refuel. I will be working a lot this week, but it's a really good week to rest and integrate with these energies and the things going on. Tori Kirkland, awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. This planet is definitely transforming on energetic levels. Just as our auras, our electromagnetic frequencies are changing, you can see very real changes in us doing the aura photos and the things happening. The same is happening with the Earth's electromagnetic frequencies. Let's see. Heidi, good morning. Inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of our heart. We're realizing the body is a lot different than we learned about maybe going through school. And, we have these chakras, which act as portholes in between dimensions. And if we can, keep our chakras open and the energy flowing through our bodies good, then, we're attaining enlightened states and things like that. Keep working on your heart chakra. You know, that's a huge chakra that was so affected going into these perceived states of separateness and believing we were alone and that we were, you know, cut off from consciousness. It was really painful for our heart chakra. So when we start to wake up, we had to do some major heart chakra healing as well as heart chakra expanding in that area. Christine Marie, awesome. Dance. Do something to shift your vibration. For me, if I wake up in the morning, I can put on music that I vibe with and it will really help set my frequency. So we know that music has huge impacts on our frequency, whether it's the, you know, generic Illuminati music or binaural beats or spiritual music, whatever it is. Listen to more music that you vibe with, dance around, move your energy. If you see little kids, they just will come in a room and run around, right? They'll just run around, dance around. They're masters at moving energy. If you see how they move around and things like that. More moving around, more dancing. Debbie Spratt, good morning. Priestess, where are you being called to step up and lead? And it's where we're all getting prepped for. I said a long time ago, I can't be a teacher. I'm sorry. If you know me, I can't do that. Like, if you know me, I could give you every excuse in the book why I couldn't do it. But it's what we're all being kind of pushed towards in whatever regard. You guys are going to have your people coming to you and seeing your Facebook posts about the spiritual and asking you questions, finding you just because of the things that you're posting or the things that you're talking about. And you're all kind of getting pushed into that role that we're supposed to be leading by example. If you're awake, you play a very important role in this ascension as a light worker too. There's a reason why, you know, there's only a select group of people awake right now and the rest of humanity is still sleeping kind of in every regard. I know there's more and more people waking up during this time, but I view the people that are awake as light workers that are really helping shift this planet. You guys know that. Edward Ted, protection, call back your power, cut your cords, soul retrieval. I guess I'm big into, I think we need to make up our own magic. You guys know I do that around my house, like energetic boundaries, no negative energies or entities in, and I'm using my words to kind of encode my own energy and things like that. More of your own magic when it comes to protection. Our words are powerful. We can just speak things into existence around here. If we say it so, it is so. So more using our words and our energy to create our own magic, I guess. We need to protect humanity. How can people protect themselves when they don't even know about this stuff and they can't see the spiritual? So we need to not only act and serve as healers, we need to be adept in protection and helping to protect the people around us too. Let's see. Stephanie Harris, good morning. Break the chains. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So this brings me back to the subconscious. I love this. Well, who programmed our subconscious? Well, your parents did. Let's take a look. Just do a mental inventory of whatever your parents' problems were, whatever lessons they were not very good at or working on or couldn't get past. That'll give you a really good idea of what kind of programming you received too. So as children, we're subconsciously programmed, usually before the age of 3, and we pick up all of our parents' subconscious programming. Any of their lacks, limits, right? Anything they didn't think they could do, we pick up that kind of stuff too. So we had to reprogram ourselves at some level. We had to wake up, become consciously aware of the thoughts that we're having and what's going on with our programming. It's time to ditch that template that we got when we came on this planet of our ancestral kind of programming, and it's time to program ourselves kind of on a conscious level. More reprogramming. Let's see. Cindy Sullivan. Pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You're the oracle. And like I said, as our frequency is going up, we're able to access our abilities better and better. So they talk about humans being able to do really cool things, that once you purify yourself, you could be doing things like levitating, telekinesis, right? All sorts of kind of crazy things. As our vibration is going up, we're able to tune into the abilities and the gifts that we brought here with us. So when we were at low frequencies, our abilities would have been dormant, and we wouldn't have even realized that we had these abilities. As the frequencies are going up, we're going to be able to tune in and access ourselves a lot better. We just had Neptune went direct too, so that will be helping us with our manifesting, the dream state, the subconscious, and things like that too. Let's see. Mariah Williams. Keepers of the earth, you're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. And, you know, we have so much help. Just because we can't see what is around us with our own eyes generally doesn't mean that that assistance is not there. I always say that every ancestor from the beginning of time has a vested interest in what you're doing here. You also have, you know, their DNA running through your bloodstream too, of every ancestor you ever had. There's a lot of evidence to show that when a woman has a baby, that they will have that child's DNA in them permanently too. And it kind of goes down the ancestral line like that. You have a lot of help in the unseen. Pashida Indigo Lafrada, good morning. Trust your intuition. What is your intuition trying to tell you? Like I said, I just follow my own intuition on this path, because if I was listening to outside sources when I was trying to do this crazy relocation, everyone's like, oh my God, you'll die. You won't be able to do it, right? It'll go bad. I have to really, you know, tune in within me and listen to my own intuition. You have this amazing internal compass that will never steer you wrong. Make sure you're listening to your intuition. You always know more about yourself than other people around you. Trust me on that. So your intuition is always going to be a much better compass than outside people. Jessica Rose. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? We need to have more trust in our life plan, because we did pick out these paths. So we tend to forget that, right? I would tend to tell people, relax. If you can't trust the universe, trust yourself that you picked out all of your lessons and experiences and that you would have planned a happy ending for yourself. Let's see. Beverly Bendart. Starseed. What lights you up? Do more of what makes you happy. This is a war on our frequency. We just have to stay high vibe every day. Do things that light you up and make you happy. Wait, hold on, I did her. These comments are awful. I can't see half the comments, right? Monique Kellenbach. Align your life. What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? I have to stay very energetically balanced for the work that I do. I have to take very good care of myself so that my energy is always on point. So when my energy isn't aligned, I can manifest easily. The things I need will come to me. I'll be flowing really good. If I'm stressed out and overtired, I'm not going to be able to manifest well. Everything's going to become unbalanced around me. It's going to be really reflective in my reality. Make sure you guys are taking very good care of your energy first. LA Arts and Crafts. We're working on boundaries. Empath training school, right? We're working on boundaries. Sometimes it can be really freeing to tell people to F off around you. It really can be liberating. Better boundaries. I always say that toxic people or the people that are takers will have zero boundaries with you. Make sure that you have clear boundaries. Don't do things that you don't feel like doing anymore. In the past, if I had a friend that asked me to go to lunch and I didn't want to go, I would just go to probably get it over with, or whatever it was. Stop doing things that your soul doesn't want to do. Dawn Smith. Birthing a new age. Birthing new creations. Dreaming a new world into being. This is a manifest reality. Dream bigger. Iris. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. We know that nature has entire effects on our body. It will go ahead and detox our aura. It really connects us to the earth and it puts us on the right frequencies. Get outside more. I've been feeling like I need a lot of fresh air with these energy shifts going on, just to get outside and connect with nature and get some fresh air. Make sure you guys are getting more fresh air, even if you're just opening your windows, getting outside, sitting on the earth, you know, walking around barefoot. I had to really master being grounded in California before I could come to the United Kingdom. It was a big part of my path because, and I saw why when I got here. these frequencies will really unground you in the United Kingdom. They're a different kind of frequency, right? So you'll be really ungrounded. So I had to practice being really grounded. So in order to get to that state, I was walking around barefoot all the time outside, right? I was trying to just walk around and get my feet on the earth a lot, and it was really helping me stay zened out and grounded and things like that. We know that meditation is very grounding. It will still your mind and clear your energy too. So more meditation, more nature if you guys are feeling out of balance or having ascension symptoms. I'm going to go on that note, but I'm here if you guys need a reading or any kind of energy healing work. My link is above. You just go on there, get whatever, and I get right back to you. I will be live tomorrow. I have a good live plan too, where I'm going to go live with my friend who does a lot of Law 1 videos, and it's pretty epic. So I have some good collaborations planned. If any of you guys do live feeds and want to go live in my 420 group, just let me know if you guys have Ascension questions. Have a really good day. Use this to really stay in control of your frequency. You guys should be feeling recharged, vibrating higher. You should be feeling a lot lighter after that storm too, like lighter and lighter as these energies are rising and our frequencies are rising. But make sure you guys are drinking a lot of water too. Whenever there's crazy things happening with the frequencies, it's affecting the energy in our bodies, and we need to stay really hydrated. So have a good day.